Rama and Baba has given us is Avyakt sustenance, knowing about what is Avyakt sustenance and also knowing the method to take Avyakt sustenance. So we all are those children who born to Baba's lap when after Brahma Baba got Avyakt, right? So we need to know that every moment, every second in this Brahman life, each and every second we are receiving Avyakta Palana. And that we have to have the experience. We need to have that experience. So I would like to share my experience when I first came to Baba from northeast part of India. I was just 12 years old then. And when the first center was open, so I used to go with my mother because my mother was the first person to got this gyan. And the most, the most touching point that I have received after taking gyan, after having course, was that I am going to become a future princess, and from future princess, I'm going to become a queen, Maharani, not only queen, but Maharani, not Rani, but the biggest queen. So that was the most enthusiastic point for me. And I, as a very young girl and the youngest member of the family, I used to take all my friends from the colony nearby to the center. And I also gave them this knowledge that, see, if you want to go to heaven and if you want to become princess in that heaven, then you come with me and I will teach you the technique how to become princess. So at that time, I was not sure that, this journey will lead, not sure, or I would say I was not have this confidence that this journey will lead till here at this moment. So I started my journey from the early age of 12. And also the most moving part, in that 7 days course, the last chapter, when because the sisters were not, they also speak Hindi, and Hindi is not my first language. So they speak Hindi, and I used to understand very little Hindi at that time, because we as children, we used to see, watch Bollywood movies in television, and we in our school also only 3 years or 4 years we were taught the basic Hindi lessons. So I used to understand only very little Hindi language. So the most important thing that shifted my life, and I go more into Baba's Gyan, was the picture, the chapter of the discipline, the 4 pillars, right? A yogi was sitting on a platform, and that platform has 4 pillars, and we all remember the four pillars is pure food, celibacy, inculcating the divine virtues, and also the last one is to have satsang every day, right? So this picture moved me. This touched my heart. And that yogi was sitting, and his intellect was very clean and straight connected to Shiv Baba. And there was also a picture of Shiv Baba top up above. And these 5 vices were trying to pull this yogi, but they cannot pull. They were trying to pull this yogi with ropes, but they cannot pull. This yogi was so silent, so quiet, so stable. And I said, yes, I want to become this. And at that time, my food was not pure. So I said, okay, celibacy, okay, I'm pure. Inculcating divine virtues, yes, I can start from today onwards. Also to come in satsang every day, Murli, to be with the divine family. Yes, I can do that. The most important and missing part was the pure food. So I said, from today onwards, I'm not going to take this. So I told my mother not to cook these dirty foods again, right? So my mother said, okay, we have to see the family also. But she started doing, but I said, if you cook it, I'm not going to eat. So this is the first step that I took in my Brahmin life to move forward. And seeing me not taking this kind of food, my mother also started accompanying me, and we both started not eating this kind of food. And if I see this, you see, this is not my power. As a youngest child in the family, yeah, I have that pure feeling inside, but the power not to eat at that from that very moment was not my power actually. I would say it was the sustenance, it was the power that Brahma Baba as an Avyakt form, he was giving me. And again, when my mind and intellect goes to, those kind of food, that picture used to emerge in my mind. And it's as if like, no, I should not. That inner energy, that powers emerge within me. And I thought that after a long, after I pass a long year, when I see this, this situation at that moment, at that year, I got surprised that I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. That is Avyakt sustenance, that is Avyakt palna. And at that, after a few days or few months, I think, I got an offer to go to Indore hostel. Indore hostel is a hostel run by Brahmakumaris. It's Baba's hostel, Baba's place, where Kumaris, where girls were taught to be spiritual, to lead a spiritual life, to lead a spiritual discipline, time, wake up Amrit Vela, do, Murli, listen to Murli, do Karmana Seva, do Mansa Seva, go to schools outside, public schools and colleges outside, come back and maintain the routine and discipline of the Brahmakumaris. So I said, no, I will go. I will go. Before that, I have never gone out of my home. So I went there in the hostel, and I have taken lots of sustenance, alokik sustenance there. At the time, I didn't realize that this is Avyakt sustenance. But the first time when I realized that what Avyakt sustenance is when I started listening Murli in that hostel. As I told you that Hindi is not my first language. So it's very difficult for me to listen Murli in Hindi. And Baba's Murli is not totally Hindi. It's Hindi, Sindhi, English, and everything. The Sanskrit words were used, the words of scripture, Baba just, make another words. So it's difficult for me to, listen Murli in Hindi. But when I sat and listened to the Murli, I just, my eyes were stuck to that sister who was reading the Murli. And I was just concentrated on whatever she was speaking, the body language, the facial expression, the movement of her mouth. I couldn't understand. Lots of things I didn't understand. But I can feel what Baba wants to say to me, what Baba wants me to do at that moment. So I feel that love. I felt that love. I could understand what message what Baba's trying to give to me. So after Murli, whatever I got, whatever I understood, I wrote it down. I used to write it down in my notebook. And then in the evening, I go to one of the sisters who could understand Hindi, who Hindi was their first language, and I asked, what is the meaning of the sentence? And she would share the exact meaning that I got directly from Baba. That is Avyakta Palna. Baba just let us feel, make us feel what love is. It's not the language that we are speaking, but the language of silence, language of love. And we can only understand the language of love and silence when my heart is pure, when my intention is very pure and clean. So the first realization that I had as a childhood for, Avyakta Sustenance, what Avyakta Sustenance is through Sakar Murli. Every day when we listen to Murli, then I can feel all the answers also, but without knowing the language, I started understanding Baba is sustaining me. Day by day, I started growing up, and yes. And after a few years, the second, realization that Baba was not only giving me Avyakta Sustenance when I started my spiritual journey, but before my spiritual journey started, Brahma Baba was giving me that loving Avyakta Sustenance. Because when I sat quietly during bhakti and during classes, we used to keep, silence day for every Monday. We used to have silence day for few sisters, and they will have total bhakti in the hostel. And even if you have to go to schools and college also, they will put some, badge, small badge, tiny badge that this is my silence day show. So no one will disturb them. No one will force them to speak. So that's, every Monday silence day was like talking to myself, talking to Baba, and, introspection, reflection, things like that. So during that moment, silence day moment, Monday silence day, so I started realizing and reflecting my life, how I got Baba, why Baba has chosen me. So from the very, very first day when I came to this world, in this body, 84th birth, 84th body, when this soul came to this body, my parents shifted to a new house. And from there, the struggle of life finished and the new life started. And it was very smooth life, and, it's very good life for our family. And slowly, I was given lots of love from my parents, my relatives and everything. And slowly, as I grew up, as I came into teenage, my mind started diverting into fashion, many things, my friends circle, movie and all the things. And at that very moment, Baba caught me, because Baba knew that if I'm not into spiritual path, then I will not, come to Baba. I cannot come to Baba again. At that very young age of 12, Baba has to pick me. Baba has to catch me at that very moment. And also Baba has given offer of the Brahmakumaris hostel, indoor hostel. Many people say that, oh, indoor hostel is very strict. And, people who don't want to be in the hostel, that means they will not become Brahmakumaris, or they will not be in Baba's lab. No, not like that. Many girls, many Kumaris who came to indoor hostel, it's not necessary that they have become Brahmakumari teacher, surrendered or dedicated sister. No, many of them went to Maya again. But I felt at that moment that this offer, or I would say Baba called me, Baba has given me this offer to go to indoor hostel is only for me, because Baba knows my lifestyle, what is my lifestyle, and if I have not went to indoor hostel, I would not accept this lifestyle of being a Brahmakumari, or I would not have the thought to dedicate my life. It's not for everyone, but it's for me personally. So from the very beginning of my life, Baba was like, from as an Avyakt form, he was like watching me every moment, every step, where the child is going, what I am thinking, what the child is doing, what she is going to do now, and what will be the next step. So we say drama plan, but I would say it's not drama plan. Yes, it is drama plan according to knowledge, but it is Avyakt sustenance, Avyakt Baba's plan that he brought me here at that very moment. I was enjoying my life, my young life. And my mother, my parents was like, how would you go alone to the hostel? You are so young. You are only in 8th standard, 8th class. So you cannot go. I said, no, I will go. It was my willing that I will go. And the young girl to leave home, the youngest girl, the youngest member of the house, to leave home and stay there for 13 years. 13 years of spiritual sustenance I have got from the hostel. Yes, I used to go back home after every year during summer vacation. But that sustenance that Baba has given in those 13 years, I completed my graduation in hostel only, and after graduation, I lived there as a surrendered, sister to take care of all the Kumaris, as a teacher to teach them whatever I, received sustenance. I started returning back, and that 5 years of trial-based Brahmakumaris training that I have taken. So the second realization that I got, that I found that this is Avyakt Palna sustenance, is that moment when I started to have Monday silence, bhatti or silence day. So why I have shared this, experience is because to experience this Avyakt sustenance, first thing is to have pure and clean, honest heart for myself, for Baba. Because when I have honest heart, clean heart, true heart, then my mind is quiet. My mind is quiet. And I can receive whatever Baba wants to give to me. No matter what the language is, no matter what the place is. Even the place was very different for me. Very, very different. The food were different for me. Indore is not, I would say, the central part of India. And my hometown is extreme east and not extreme east of India. So the climate, the food, language, everything were different, no matter what the food, whether, language is. But I started receiving Avyakt sustenance. So true heart, honest heart, quiet mind. This is, I experienced this. This is what I have experienced. In one of the Avyakt Murlis, when I was, when I started reading Avyakt Murlis few years back, I found that Baba spoke about the definition of Avyakt sustenance. What is Avyakt sustenance? Baba said, Baba compared with the Lokik family, right? When in Lokik family, the parents sustain their children. They sustain in many different things, in 2 or 3 faculties. The first one is they sustain through food. They give healthy food to their children. The another one is they sustain them with education, right? And the third one is they sustain with their presence, their love, their emotions. So why they sustain? What is the meaning of sustenance? Sustenance is to give power, to give strength to their children. So in the same way, Avyakt Bapdada also sustained his children to give power, to give strength to the soul through food, yagya food, the bhog that we offer to Baba, education, the knowledge Baba has given. Baba is giving us every day without missing a single day. The Murli, Avyakt Murli, Sakar Murli, not only Murli, but I would say the classes given by our instruments, their experiences. These are all Avyakt sustenance. And the third one is Baba's love that we always experience through yoga, meditation, and also through Murli. We experience Baba's love and strength and power. So these are the medium of Avyakt sustenance. And I have mentioned before also that we are all those children that we are born to Baba's lap, Avyakt Baba's lap, and we have never seen Brahma Baba. We have never experienced the Sakar sustenance, right? But what is there difference between Sakar sustenance and Avyakt sustenance? For us, what is Sakar sustenance? Corporeal sustenance. Because Baba has told in one of the Murlis that Baba will give same sustenance to each and every child. No matter. Dadis also, whatever Dadi received from Baba, that we will also receive. So that is Baba's, Mahavakya, Baba's version. So what is Sakar sustenance for us? For Dadi, Sakar sustenance is very clear. Mama and Baba's sustenance. And for us, who have never, seen Mama and Baba, for us, Sakar sustenance is sustenance given by our instruments. The nimit that Baba has, made. Their experience, their sustenance, their classes, whatever they receive, if these instruments have taken sustenance from Brahma Baba, then their experience of Brahma Baba is Sakar sustenance. Their experience of Mama through that we are receiving from them is our Sakar sustenance, right? And Avyakt sustenance is Avyakt sustenance. I will also go more deep into what is Sakar sustenance and what is Avyakt sustenance. But now, let us do a few minutes of meditation about, we will reflect as I reflect my journey, not only my spiritual journey, but also when I came to this body, the last birth. Let us reflect back and see how Baba was sustaining from that very beginning. Let us go back to that, Harshbhai, can you just play the light music from behind?
Uh, I can play, but your voice will get choppy if I play from here. So,
Okay.
Silence is good. Yeah.
Silence, okay?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, fine. Om Shanti. I'm seeing myself from a distance. And I have Baba with me, Avyakt Baba. I am in my angelic stage with Brahma Baba and seeing the journey of the soul. You see the point where this soul starts the journey of this last birth. The situation of that time, I'm seeing my family, my parents, other family members. I'm relating to whatever I've heard about my life from my parents, the beginning of my life. Relating with that, I'm seeing the scene of my journey. Slowly, slowly, as I started to see my journey, feel that point, that place, that time when you think that this is the time when Baba was there with me in his Avyakt form. He guided me. He gave you power to take right decision. Baba was always there with me. And slowly, slowly, Baba pulled me towards spiritual path. The time when I was about to get knowledge, the situation, the people around me, when I got in touch with the angel who is giving me the knowledge, these are the plan of Avyakt Baba. And slowly as I move forward to this spiritual journey, what happened? How Avyakt Baba gave you strength to move forward in this spiritual path. The sanskars that You started to change. The discipline that you started to follow firmly. For many people, it would be very difficult, but at that time, it was easy for me because Avyakt Baba was there with me. He was giving me sakash to transform myself, to take that big step in my life. Through Murli, through meditation, even through instruments. And slowly, slowly, I'm here at this present moment, receiving more Avyakt sustenance. And I'm making my heart very clean and honest to myself, to Baba, so that I can receive that loving Avyakt sustenance from Baba every moment. Om Shanti. I have Avyakt Sandesh. I'm going to read it out here. This Sandesh, this message was brought by Dadi Gulzar just after Brahma Baba got Avyakt. The date of the message is 18 January 1969, just after Brahma Baba got Avyakt. So it is all about Avyakt sustenance. What is Avyakt sustenance, right? So I will just read the message. It's in the Murli actually. It is printed as Avyakt Murli, but it's not actually Murli. It's message brought by Dadi Gulzar. And yeah. And it's a list of messages by Dadi Gulzar. And it's in the form of conversation. Dadi, when she went to Baba at the subtle region, and Dadi said, Baba, what do you do in the subtle region all day long? Baba said, come, I will show you the museum of the subtle region. You made plans for the museum before you built it. Baba's museum gets ready in 1 second. It was a time when the museum of Abu Madhuban was, about to construct, and plans were planning. People, the instruments were planning to have the museum. And Baba in the Sakar Murli also has spoken lots about, to build a museum, to construct a museum. And so Baba said, you made plans for museum before you build it, but Baba's museum gets ready in 1 second. And Dadi said, what did I see then? There was a big hall, and all of we children standing in that hall in the form of models. Daddy said, Baba, is this us standing in the museum? Baba said, child, this is Baba's museum. Now, go and see one of the models and look how Bab Dada has decorated it. Daddy said, it was an artist. It was as artists would decorate an idol. Baba said, look and see what Bab Dada has decorated them. Daddy said, when I came closer to the model, I saw nothing special. I could just see a fully decorated idol. Baba said, the gross decoration was put on the children while Baba was in corporeal form. But how is Baba decorating them in the Avyakt form now? I will repeat again. The gross decoration was put on the children while Baba was in the corporeal form. But how is Baba decorating them in the Avyakt form now? How Baba is giving sustenance in Avyakt form? See, all the decorations are in place. There are all forms of jewelries, but Baba is sitting in the gems into the jewelry. Right? That is it. After Baba said that, it was as if extra jewels become visible in some of the jewelry. Baba said, the main teachings for the children is that you come into the corporeal form while being subtle in the Avyakt stage. When you sit in solitude, you adopt an Avyakt stage and you fail to remain subtle in the Avyakt stage. When coming into the corporeal form, children who are yog-yuk, meaning who remain in remembrance, will have the feeling that Baba is talking to them and decorating them. Children who are stable on the Avyakt stage would experience that I am meeting them in the Avyakt stable, subtle region. Children who are stable on Avyakt stage would experience that I am meeting them, Baba is meeting them in the Avyakt subtle region. I too remember the special children at special times. Baba is saying, I too remember the special children at special times. Children must be receiving such touchings. Now you should have the stage of remaining beyond. This stage of remaining beyond is the easy method of remembrance. So Baba said, Sakar sustenance is when Baba has given us the gross teachings like, children, you should speak soft, you should speak lovingly, and you should speak less. These are all gross teachings. Sakar sustenance through Sakar Murli is like, children, you don't give sorrow and don't take sorrow. Children, your karma should be very elevated. Your action should be very pure, even though your mind, your thoughts is not that pure, but your action should be very pure. But Baba is saying that main jewelry that Baba has put on that model, that was the gross thing, was like Sakar sustenance, the superficial level of transformation in our spiritual life. Yes, we started doing, our words, our actions became elevated, became pure. Our relationship started a little bit of loving, sweet ones. My self-transformation about, this physical body, physical dress, our food, behavior, this level. But Baba said the the gems, Baba, the jewel, the gem is that Avyakt sustenance, the subtle part of the soul. Baba is working on, to transform the subtle sanskars of the soul through Avyakt sustenance. It's in the level of vritti. Vritti means attitude in English. Vritti, it's the subtle sanskar that emerge again and again, even though we are, doing lots of yoga, but still the sanskar emerges again and again. The subtleness of concentration, the power of concentration, this thing Baba is giving us the power to overcome and to rule ourselves. That's why Baba has given us the method of drill, meditation, traffic control. I would like to share one more experience regarding this, in relation with this message, how Baba is like, not only giving sakar sustenance through instruments, but how Baba is working on a very subtle level to transform the soul from that subtle level. When I came to ORC, 2006, I think, after coming back from Indore. Yeah, before that, yeah. Baba said this confluence age is very important, right? Confluence age is the age, the ending part of the Iron Age and the beginning part of the Golden Age is confluence. This is only the confluence age, right? In the same way, my confluence stage between Indore, coming from Indore and about to come to ORC, there is a big struggle between. That is my confluence age in the spiritual path. When I was about to leave Indore, then there was a big situation created. It was a very negative situation for me. And a thought came that a subtle thought came in my mind that now it's the time to leave the hostel. So I cannot stay longer in the hostel, and so I need to go back to my hometown. And at that time, I came back to my hometown, my Lockheed, and I started going to center, and I stayed there for 3 months, I think, Lockheed in the center and my home. So at that time, it was very difficult. It was very, very difficult situation. And this situation brought me to a point that I have to decide now, because of my family members' force, or even my state of mind was not so strong at that time. So a point came in my life that I have to decide this way or that way, right? I was, I think, only 23 or 24 years old at that time. 24, I think. And yes, I've already wear this white sari 4 years or 5 years, and I've started sustaining. But still, my family members, my brothers, my siblings, and even because of that negative situation, my mental state was not that strong. So I was shaking inside. But still, because I felt that Avyakt sustenance, I said, Baba, I have choices. Choices, offer or choice, I would say offer from the Lokik world also, that because my education was good, so I have offered that you can become so and so, this and this part you can choose. And I also have given offer from the Alokik family that if you want, then you can go to ORC Delhi. If not, then you can go to Mumbai, Ramesh Bhai Usha Ben, Gamdevi Center. So, both the offer were same, and it was like same for me. But it was left to me what I am choosing, right? So at that time, I was making myself strong. And I know that if I am honest to myself, if I am honest to Baba, and I practice Avyakt stage, being angelic stage, going beyond, as Baba said, going beyond this Lokik world, then I can able to make right decision. I can able to um, see clearly what will be my future, what is happening here at this right moment. So I started practicing, angelic stage. Even though I was in my Lokik home, I was visiting center every day, every morning, every evening, even though I was in Lokik family. We have a very small Baba's room created in my Lokik house. So every Amrit, and I have a lot of faith on Amrit Vela meditation. Amrit Vela meditation is like, that is the power generator room, Amrit Vela meditation, that Amrit Vela hour. So full faith on Amrit Vela meditation. So every day I wake up Amrit Vela 3:30, and I used to do Amrit Vela meditation till 4:45. And at that period, I practices Avyakt stage, angelic stage, and I used to talk to Baba in Avyakt form every day, every day, every day. And time came that now you have to decide. People started saying, okay, now it's too late. Now you decide this way or that way. And I said, Baba, next Amrit Vela, when I sat in front of Baba Dada, and I said, Baba, I will not listen to anyone, not to anyone advises. I want you to come out and speak to me directly. I want you to speak to me directly. Why you are using, medium through my mother, through my, teacher, to my brother, to other people? Why? You come and speak to me directly, because I have become your direct child. And I was sitting in Amrit Vela meditation. I was speaking to Baba, subtle region. And I don't know what happened at that time. Maybe it was like semi-trance or what, or the experience that Baba has given. I don't know nothing, but in few seconds, Brahma Baba in his angelic form, he was there just sitting in front of me, smiling to me. And the child, do you have faith on me? I said, yes, Baba, why not? And he said, if you have faith on me, then why are you thinking this another thought of, choosing this path or that path? Your hand is on my hand and I'm holding you. But why are you thinking to leave this hand and go away from me? If you have faith, then you be with me always, because I am with you always. This was the experience. Just Baba was in front of me and talking to me like that. And after meditation, I was like, oh, I got it. I got it. This is the decision I have to take, Baba. And that day I went to the center and I say, okay, now my decision is I will be with Baba, but I will not be in this local center. I will be going to somewhere, maybe Delhi or Mumbai.
I didn't understand that.
So they have given me the choice for, Delhi or Mumbai. I said, no, I will go to Delhi, because Delhi will be the Rajdhani in the future. So I would love to go to Rajdhani. At that moment, 2006, February, I came to ORC. That decision, the power, So I'm sharing this because the experience of Avyakt sustenance, it's not only to experience Avyakt sustenance, it's not only through truth and honesty, but also by making myself Avyakt, going beyond. At that 3 months, I was struggling. Yes, I was tense. The state of mind was not that good. The state of knowledge also, because I was confused. But I got chance, to make my stage Avyakt by practicing angelic stage, especially during Amrit Vela meditation. And that gave me a lot of power that Baba, Baba said that, this, Sakar sustenance make me to become Baba, become for Baba, to come into knowledge, that is Sakar sustenance. But to go forward in this spiritual journey very strongly, very firmly, without shaking, even if there is some situation coming in front of me also, that is Avyakt sustenance that is going to support me. And that Avyakt sustenance I can only experience when I am truthful to Baba, to myself, and also the most part is of having the Avyakt stage. I should make my intellect Avyakt. Baba always says about fat intellect, moti buddhi. I don't know what you say in English, but fat, moti means fat, obesity. So when someone is fat, they cannot, move easily around. They are not, comfortable to sit in one place or, So if I make my intellect Avyakt, go beyond this lokic world, not thinking more about what is good, what is bad, but just going beyond angelic stage, be in that Avyakt stage, then I can really experience Avyakt Baptada's Palna, sustenance. That is what I experience. And Avyakt stage, right? So Avyakt stage, and also I would say the time, Amrit Vela. It's very, very, very important. I always have faith on Amrit Vela time, Amrit Vela meditation. It is only Amrit Vela. Even when I go back and see, when I reflect myself, my life in this spiritual journey also, when I reflect back and see, in every situation, in every difficult situation, it's only Amrit Vela meditation that helped me a lot. That helped me a lot. Yes, in one of the Murlis, Baba spoke about the evening meditation, the importance of evening meditation also. Baba said, as Amrit Vela meditation, the hour of Amrit Vela, the nectar, the time of nectar is very important in this spiritual life. In the same way, the time from 6:30 to 7:30, it's also very auspicious. Baba said in one of the Murli, you can see in Amrit Vela book, in one of the page, it is there. The Numa Sham, the evening meditation from 6:30 to 7:30, that period is also very auspicious because, in India, even in the the part of devotion, the day has been separated in different phases, right? Morning hour is this phase. This hour, when sun started rising, that is different phase. And related to a different, different deities. When the sun rises, it is said this is a time when Saraswati, the deity, the goddess of knowledge, Saraswati, in the part of devotion also, they have this belief that Saraswati played the sitar and shouts that whoever wants to become knowledgeable, they can become knowledgeable at this point of time. So every time when in my Lokik family also, when I was young, my mother used to wake us up and said, okay, this is a time you have to study because this time is very best time if you want to become knowledgeable, if you want to make your brain sharp. And another phase is like, this phase is, the best phase is this Amrit Vela time, the second best is this time, and different phases. And the second best phase of the time is during the evening time, from 5 to, I would say, 7:30 in that part of devotion. Because at that time, all the devotees used to, they will go to the temple and they will do arti and whatever devotions, so it's a song of devotion they will play. So the whole environment will create very powerful and very pure. So even the meditation, evening meditation, and the best part is the Amrit Vela meditation. So if I want to become Vighan Vinashak, the one who destroy, what do you say, Vighan? Obstacles, the destroyer of obstacle. Then Baba said, you have to make your Amrit Vela powerful. And Amrit Vela powerful means during Amrit Vela, you have to become Avyakt. You have to have the stage of angelic stage. Yeah, that is the main important point. And it's like a beacon. Amrit Vela meditation is like a beacon. Beacon is the light under the ship, that shows the path. Beacon light. So when my Amrit Vela meditation is very powerful, then that is the light that shows me what is going to happen all day long. It will be very clear for me, this, and this, right? So now, let us again sit and let us experience my angelic stage. My angelic stage. Before we start this meditation, I would like to share one more small little thing that Dadi Gulzar was made a medium for Brahma Baba, because when Dadi Gulzar was very young, she came to Baba when she was very young. And when she first went to trance, and she was afraid at the time, what happened to me? She doesn't know anything about trances, about gyanis. She only knew about the deities, Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Ganesh. So when she went up and when she saw same Brahma Baba up there in the subtle region, very bright, very, very bright, very beautiful, very subtle. And when she came back, she was afraid. She was crying because she doesn't know about what's happening. And Brahma Baba said, Mama, what's happening to her? You ask why she's crying after coming back from trance. When Mama asked her, then she said, she didn't say that I saw Brahma Baba, because she cannot recognize who that was. So she said, I saw a deity. He was very bright, very beautiful. Deity was like Brahma Baba, something like that, she said. So Brahma Baba said, a deity up there, and it's like me. And Brahma Baba said, okay, Mama, you take care of this child and you keep her with you, and you sustain her. And you know what you have to do. You give her food, and you read Murli to her, you sustain her. And I want to know what she saw up there exactly. And next time when she went for trance, again, she saw Brahma Baba with that bright, beautiful, state, very subtle. She came back when Mama asked, what have you shown? What have you shown? So she said, I saw exactly this Baba, but that Baba is so beautiful, so bright. And Baba said, okay, but next time when you go up, you ask him, who are you? So next time, third time, when Dadi went up subtle region, she asked, who are you? And that image, that angelic image said, I will say in Hindi first, he said, I am Sampuran Murti, means I am the complete form, Sampurna Murti of Brahma. complete form of Brahma Baba. And when she said to Brahma Baba that I saw, and he said that I am the Sampuran Murti of Brahma Baba, Brahma Baba got this idea that, okay, I have to become like that. That is my Sampuran Murti. That is my complete form. So he started doing a very, strong effort to become like that. And he got to know that, yes, ultimately we have to become an angel, very beautiful, complete form. So why I share this is because even my complete form is there, subtle region. Everyone's complete form is there, subtle region, waiting for me. That is my complete, settled, angelic form. So in this meditation, when we are going to do this meditation, I have to evoke that complete form of myself. And you know how Brahma Baba started doing effort to become like that? He did effort, lots of effort in meditation, through speech, seva also he did. But after a few months, he sent Dadi Gulzar and said, okay, now go and compare this Baba and that Baba. Dadi said, okay, Baba, now it's lots of margin between, right? He's very bright. You are not that beautiful. You are not that bright. And then Brahma Baba started doing more powerful, meditation, more effort. And after 2 and 3 visits, at 4th visit, when Baba was like about to become Avyakt and say, okay, child, you go and see. Then Daddy went and said, now Baba, very less margin. Now you are becoming, same like that. Little of shine. Little shine is different, but you are exactly becoming like that, becoming beautiful like that. And then Baba know that now I have to leave. So when in this meditation, we will evoke our, this angelic stage, and we are not evoking, but we will experience that this is me, this is I. And I am just coming out from this body, and I am in that body and experiencing the Avyakt stage. Right? Okay. Sit quietly, silently, make your mind stable. I'm focusing my mind, my attention in the center of my forehead. I am shining bright. In this forehead. And slowly, I'm experiencing that this gross body is disappearing. And I, the shining star, is all alone, free from all the bondages of the body, and flying to my subtle region. I can see Avyakt Baba sitting there waiting for me in his angelic stage. And I can see myself sitting in front of Baba in my complete Avyakt stage. I'm seeing myself. My forehead is so bright. My mind is so light. Each and every thought in my mind is very silent, quiet. My intellect is so clean and clear. No confusion. So light, so bright. Even my sanskar is also very light. There is no old sanskar left. Very subtle sanskar, very angelic sanskar. I am free from all the old sanskars. I am light, double light. My eyes are bright enough because I have purity in both my eyes. I can see my face smiling in this angelic stage because my heart is full with love and contentment. I have no karmic account, totally free. I'm enjoying the liberation with Baba. I am Bab Saman. I am like Father. This is I, the angel, the complete form. I'm holding Baba's hand. Baba is giving drishti with a very lovely smile. And his drishti is making me more powerful. As if the rays of sun is laid on a diamond, flawless diamond, and the diamond is spreading different colors of rays, and Baba's light is like a sun rays, and I am the flawless diamond, and I'm spreading colorful rays of powers to the world. This is the service that I have to do. Service through Avyakt stage, giving Sakash to the world. Om Shanti. Shanti. The last part I would like to share about Avyakt Dadis. We have taken sustenance from Dadi Prakashmani ji, Dadi Gulzar ji, Dadi Janki ji. Even I have taken sustenance from Dadi Chandramani ji. They are also serving through their Avyakt stage. I would like to share Sister Neha's experience. Sister Neha is not that, Mumbai Neha, but Neha Ben here in ORC. she is with Asha Didi every time. And she had lots of chance to go with Asha Didi to Mumbai when Dadi Gulzar was there for 3 years. Every time, Dadi Didi used to go there and visit Dadi and see what's our health, how it's our health. So Neha said that, whenever she used to meet Dadi, Dadi would give drishti to her. Dadi would, put her hand on her head and say, "Okay, Goddess blessings." Even though Dadi cannot speak, but Dadi would smile and say Om Shanti or whatever. And she has a very much close connection with Dadi. And she said she has some kind of, sickness, like severe headache because of gastric problem or some physical health issue. So she said, whenever I go to Dadi and Dadi gave me drishti, and Dadi's hand, if she put her hand to my head, then my headache and everything would go away. Always he experienced that. And one day after Dadi left the body, after Dadi became Avyakt, she said, I was so weak, so ill that time that I don't know what to do. I cannot go to Asha Didi for seva. And, she was literally crying that day, literally crying because she cannot bear the pain. And I said, you go and sleep. I cannot sleep even because it's so painful. And she said, if Dadi would be here, then Dadi would give me drishti and her hand, and this pain would vanish. So I said, okay. So what you're going to do, she went to Dadi's room. We have created Dadi's room in ORC with beautiful pictures, memories with Dadi's beautiful, we have created there. She went to Dadi, she sat there and she said, okay, Dadi, if you were there, you would have treated me. And you are still here with me. I know you're in a Avyakt form. You come and you will only heal me. You can only treat this illness. Yeah, I will take medicine later, but you should treat me. You should cure this thing. And after 5 to 10 minutes, she said, I was so quiet. And really, all the pain gone. Every time when she got to know that this pain is going to start, then she said, I will always remember Dadi. Dadi, come. And he imagined that Dadi is there with her, and Dadi waves his hands like this on her head, and Dadi gave her drishti. And the pain is. But I said, it's not the permanent treatment. Dadi will come, but you have to treat. So I say, you go to doctor first. Dadi will come and treat you and cure you. You'll heal your, pain, but you should have the permanent this thing also. This is how Dadi is giving Avyakt sustenance. If you have faith, that love, that deep connection with Dadi, really, really, I would share. When I recently, during this COVID years, 2 years, 1 year back or 1.5 year back, something happened to my Lokik family, because of the business downfall, the relationship between two brothers, and not two brothers, but sister-in-laws, they have a fight and lots of fluctuation happening. And only my mother is the one who is in Gyan, and so she was not suffering, I would say, but in that Lokik people around, she's the only swan who is there, and she has to tackle with each and everything, and so much disturbing. And she was like every time calling to me, this happened. I said, what to do? And what happened? I said, okay, Amrit Vela meditation is the best, this thing. And I said, Baba and even Dadi, I evoke Dadi and Baba. Because I always see Dadi as Avyakt Bab Dada, not as Dadi. Dadi is Dadi, but when I see Dadi, even Dadi was in Sakar form also. I see Dadi. Dadi's eyes, when I see, it's like a really transparent diamond, brown transparent diamond. It is not Dadi. It was not Dadi. It's Bap Dada. That's Bap Dada. So I always see Dadi as Bap Dada. So that Amrit Vela, I saw Bap Dada, subtle region. Also, I invoked Dadi. I said, Baba, this happening in the situation, and I need to give sakash to them. So I also in that, angelic stage, and each and every soul in the family member, I gave sakash through Brahma Baba and Dadi. Dadi was also there with me, and the Dadi was there. I said, Dadi, you are with me, right? Dadi said, like, okay, I felt that, and I gave sakash to them every day for 7 days. I did this. And I said, okay, Mama, you also start giving sakash. I said to my mother, Lokik mother, and said, okay, but in that environment, she cannot do this thing. The soul become weak. And at that time, she was not going to center also. The center was closed because of the COVID. So going to the center, it's also, we are getting strength, Baba's strength from the center. That also she cannot do, though she was like stuck in that Lokik environment. So I give sakash to my mother also. And slowly, after, I think 1 month, 1.5 months, my mother called me that, okay, I think the situation is settling slowly. I said, what happened? The guru that they used to believe in, they are the path of bhakti. The guru, he came to our home and said, why are you all quarreling in this? You are not calling her. She is not calling her. Like, you don't come to our house. You don't come to our house. The children also, you should not go to them. This kind of thing were happening. And then this guru came and said, now settle everything, sit quietly. And they have a lot of faith in this guru. And this guru said, okay, now you have to complete all this quarrel and complete it. Business is another side, but the family matter should be very, you should have a loving matter. If you don't have the loving relationship, then your business is not going to grow. This was the message from that guru. So I said, that is not the guru, that was Baba. Baba sent this guru as an instrument to, to settle all the quarrel thing and the conflict, and they are now okay. So Dadi, whenever I saw Dadi, Baba, even, what Neeluben said? Neeluben said, Dadi has not taken birth. Dadi is still there with Baba. Neeluben has this faith personally, because Dadi used to say that I am here in Mumbai and settling all the accounts of my karma, and I don't want to take another birth to settle my account. This is Dadi's word. Whenever Neeluben asked Dadi, what happened? Are you okay? Are you okay? She said, okay. I want to settle every account, my karmic all account here. And because I don't want to take birth, so I'm settling all my karmic accounts here. So Neeluben has the faith that Dadi is still there with Baba. I don't know what the drama is. Maybe, may not be. But we don't know what the drama is. What is the, the ras, the disguise message Baba is like still having. Maybe Dadi is there with Baba. Maybe Dadi has taken birth. Whatever the drama plan is. But all the Dadis, even Mama, is still serving through their Avyakt form. Because even they have taken birth, Baba always, evoke them in the subtle region when Baba needs them, especially during Amrit Vela. Because Amrit Vela time, everyone is sleeping, all are free from physical karma and physical work. So during Amrit Vela time, Baba used to evoke them in subtle region. They will have the meeting, the advanced party group, where they will have the meeting up there in that subtle form. advanced party meeting there. So Baba will serve all the children, the whole world through dadis, through this Adiratans, through this jewel. So I can also feel even the latest, the Mama's Day, I was like, I would share this small thing that a small old sanskar was emerging again and again. And it was becoming an obstacle in my spiritual endeavor. So I said, Mama, this little tiny sanskar is like a thorn, like perching me again and again. And every time it emerges, whenever I think that no, now this sanskar is gone, but still that subtle sanskar emerges. I can feel that this is the obstacle that is in between me and my Avyakt stage. So when we are offering bhog, during the bhog, I saw Mama and I said, Mama, I want to become like you. And I want to overcome this very subtle sanskar. And I know that when this sanskar take his huge form, then it's going to be very difficult for me. So I want to overcome the sanskar. And I know you are Shakti. I want that Shakti to emerge in me. You gave me power, you gave me strength. So I took Mama's drishti during bhog. And with that pure heart, I surrender everything, whatever feeling, whatever emotion, that comes when this small little sanskar emerges. I said, this happened, Mama, please, you have to help me. And after that bhog, it's like everything okay. We took nectar and then we had bhog. And after that Mama Day, I would say that little sanskar, that subtle thought that used to emerge in my mind again and again, even during seva, even during, some meditation, now it's like totally vanished. And it's like now I have the power to overcome that and I'm overcoming it. It's now done. So even now, Mama, I have not taken Mama's sustenance. I can only listen to her stories. How was Mama? How Mama used to give sustenance to all the children. But that love, that respect for Mama, it's there in my heart. So I can connect with Mama a lot. Even though most of us here in this group, you might not have taken sustenance from Dadi Gulzar, Mama and Baba directly, but when you heard about them, you can connect with them. You can connect with Dadi. You can connect with Dadi's personality, Dadi's quality. So when you connect with Dadi's personality, Dadi's quality, you can feel that Dadi is with you. Whenever you remember someone with that loveful heart, that person comes to you. That, he also could connect to you. So when you remember Dadi with that pure heart, when you remember his teachings, her teachings, her qualities, their teachings, their love and qualities, then their love and qualities will form an energy. In that the form of energy, they will come to you. That is their sustenance, right? So Dadi, Baba, Mama, they are not away from me. During my early age of this spiritual journey, I used to miss Brahma Baba a lot. The Sakar Palna, I used to cry every 18 January. I used to cry a lot, missing, Baba, why you have called me after you became Avyakt? You should have called me when you were in Sakar. But after experiencing his Avyakt sustenance, I said, no, Baba is still here. Baba is still giving sustenance. I have not taken Sakar sustenance, so what? But I am still experiencing Avyakt sustenance every moment. Whenever I remember Baba is here with me to give sustenance. Whenever I remember Dadi is there. I was there in June. at Mount Abu. And I went to Niluben to meet Niluben and say hi, hello to her. How are you? So after meeting her, I said, okay, half an hour, 7 to 7:30, I'll do meditation in Daddy's room. When I went to Daddy's room, I didn't feel that Daddy is away, Daddy is gone. Daddy is still there, sitting and sustaining. When I was sitting and doing meditation, I can feel the vibration of Daddy and all the teachings that she has given to us, easily, very easily that comes emerge in my mind. And it's so fresh that I didn't miss Daddy. I didn't miss Daddy. So when I sat there, even in Avyakt Dham, Avyakt Dham is the place where Daddy was cremated, and this is the place where we become a very huge, like a temple, as like Prakash Stamb and the Shakti Stamb for Dadi Janki. Dadi Guljar's place is Avyakt Dham. When you go there and sit, it's like you have become Avyakt. Very powerful environment, very powerful vibration there. So even today, Dadis are with us, Mama is with us, Baba is with us. So now on 18 January, I never cry again. I can feel that experience, that love from Baba through his Avyakt sustenance. Whenever I say Baba, he's there. He will come. Right? So this is Avyakt sustenance. And for this, I need to go beyond this bodily feeling, bodily emotions, to have true heart, honest heart, and share whatever you have, the feeling. You have to have the conversation with Baba, heart to heart. Just open your heart to Baba in Baba's room. If you have something not feeling good, something obstruction is going on inside, blockage is there, you just open your heart in front of Baba. Write it down. And you see, within few seconds, you will be very light. That is my own experience, right? So to experience Avyakt sustenance, be very honest to yourself, to Baba, and become Avyakt. Practice the drills, different drills that Baba has given us, Avyakt drills, right? The 5 forms, Ashari bodiless stage drill, going out and going in. So with this practice, then I can become angelic form. I can go beyond this bodily world, bodily experience. Then I can experience Avyakt sustenance. And there are lots to share, but we have limited time. And if I have chance, then I can share one experience of Paralokik sustenance. Alokik, Avyakt sustenance, and one is sustenance directly from Shiv Baba. Next time. Okay? Om Shanti. So,
Yeah, it's really beautiful. So would you like to, I just want to quickly check in if anyone have any questions. Feel free to put it in the chat or feel free to unmute yourself and ask. And definitely I have a lot of questions now that you opened up a lot of interesting topics and things. But let me just quickly check if anyone have any questions. So in the meantime, I have this one question about the Gulzar. She has sustained Delhi and Delhi's most of the Delhi centers, right, for most period of the time. And I feel very close to Delhi Gulzar too because of the way she gets things done. Like one thing is being subtle in your own world, being close to Baba and then enjoy that company and then use that thing. But other thing is getting things done. Right, you're on the grounds. You have to meet people. You have to influence people. You have to make people transform their lives. Right. So I look up to the Gulzar for how do you convert that Avyakt power into tangible, actionable thing. right? So she can keep this in your mind. When you if you have something in your mind, you can share now, or for the next session we can definitely take it further. Making subtle tangible, like avyakt tangible. Sometimes in the name of being avyakt, they just cut off from the reality, physical reality, of course subtle is a reality, real thing, but you have to be real, both physical and subtle world. So if you have any experience of Dadi, how she used that, that would be great.
Yeah. Once Dadi was with us in ORC, and whenever Dadi comes for even a big program or big event in ORC, we always have family time with Dadi. So that day was like, in the morning we had a big event in ORC in the auditorium, and in the evening we have a cultural program with Dadi, only with the family. So that is like, the where the Parivar building is. It's a small building where we sisters live there, and even Dadi Gulzar and Dadi Janki, we have their rooms also. Ground floor, we have Dadi Gulzar and Dadi Janki's room, Asha Didi's room, and one more sister's room, two more sisters' room, and all we used to stay. We stays there in second floor. First floor is for the senior sisters who from Delhi who visit here, and they could stay there on the first floor. So in the Parivar building, we were there, all the brothers and sisters of ORC, 150, they were sitting on the floor. Dadi was sitting in front, Brij Mohan Bhai, Dadi Ji, Asha Didi, and few senior sisters. And we were having fun with Dadi. We were singing, we were dancing, we were sharing jokes and all of these things. So Dadi was also smiling. Sometimes I didn't understand. So she was asking Neelu what they are saying, like that. So that scene was so fresh to me till now. And after all this cultural thing, Dadi was quiet, smiling, and said, "Now, Dadi, you speak something. The cultural program is over." And Dadi said, "Okay. So when you were listening to the song, to the joke, everything you were listening to, you're saying dance. So what were your stage? You got involved in dance, song, jokes." So we all laugh. Yeah, we got involved. We were clapping hands and laughing and, singing. See, you should listen through your ears. You should see through your eyes, but you should be with Baba. You should be with Baba. That is Avyakt stage. It's not like going beyond, okay, you're not here. You're here, but you are with Baba. And now, can you then continue? Dadi continued. Dadi said, "Okay, in 1 second, can you go to Baban's subtle region? In 1 second. I know the song, that cultural thing will be echoing in your mind, but try to go beyond." And Dadi gave us drill. Okay, now, in 1 second, go to Baba. That is the practice Dadis and seniors are doing. Practice of going beyond. In 1 second, okay, we are here now. In 1 second, we are going up. Okay, we are here now, listening, but in my mind, I'm with Baba. That is Avyakt stage. And Dadi, make us practice this thing. Even Dadi Janki, Dadi Gulza, Dadi Prakash Maniji, they were practicing this. It's very natural for them. Very, very natural. Being in Sakar, going beyond. Right? This is my experience. They said, where were you listening? You were there, or Baba is with you? Like that. That is Sakar. Palana from Dadi, and Avyakt Palana from Dadi. Even now, we are remembering his teachings. Then we have to practice this to become like them. Right? Anything else? Any question?
Anyone have any questions or comments? Feel free to unmute yourself. Thank you, Sunaina Ben. Would you like to give a quick meditation and wrap up?
Okay, we'll complete in meditation with a meditation, Om Shanti. Again, we will go to the subtle region. I can see Avyakt Dada just in front of me, and I am in my Avyakt angelic complete form. From this Avyakt stage, I'm going to my silence world, my original home. Let me fly to the incorporeal world. I can see Shiv Baba and myself as the shining stars. Shiv Baba's rays of love, peace, and purity is reaching me. I'm filling myself with this rays of love, peace, and happiness. Just point of light. And I'm seeing the point, the supreme point of light. I'm going nearer to that supreme point of light. My sweet Baba, I can feel the waves of love coming from the ocean of love. I am in Loveleen stage. I'm merged in Baba's love. I and Baba are now not separate. I am combined with Baba. I, the star, am combined with the Supreme. The Shakti of Shiva is now merged in me. Let me hold these Shaktis in me. Let me hold the love of Baba in me. And slowly come back to this corporeal world to play my role. I have the power of the Supreme and the power of the angelic stage. I'm here in this body to play a beautiful role with Baba. Om Shanti. Shanti. Shanti.
Thank you everyone for this beautiful session, joining this beautiful session. Thank you, Sunaina Ben. You gave a taste of what it feels to be Avyakt and to take Avyakt Palna and be part of Avyakt family. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We definitely love to see you again. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Om Shanti. Good night.